Alright guys, so as you probably read in the title, I'm going to be showing you guys what I do on an Arch install right out of the box. Now, I just installed this. I literally only have KDE, and I've only done like 2 or 3 things to it so far. The first being I installed my Wi-Fi module, so I can actually use the Wi-Fi card in this computer because it's Broadcom, so it's non-free drivers, so I have to download those manually. And then I obviously installed OBS, and the only other thing I did was change the menu over here because I can't search for things in the other menu and it's like super slow. So it's just faster if I can use one of those. So yeah, I'm gonna show you guys how I customize my my KDE and how I make it look really nice. So I guess the first thing we're gonna do is probably install a package real quick. It's called Latte Dock. So let's go ahead and grab that. It's a fairly small package, so you don't really have to do much. It doesn't automatically open though, so that's good for now. I'm gonna go ahead and do configure panel, and we're just gonna remove everything. Now I know it's a little bit daunting when it's like, oh crap, everything just disappeared. Well, I mean it can be, but like, it's not that bad. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to add an application menu bar. So we'll get one of those up here. And on this, I'm going to go ahead and stick an application menu real quick. And then we'll bind this to the super key. So to do the keyboard shortcuts for, like, if you make an application menu and you want it to bind to, like, let's say, like, classically, we'll say your Windows key, how when you press that, you get your start menu. You'll have to do Alt and F1. And that keyboard shortcut will actually bind it to your super key, so you can use your Windows key to open it. And there you go. So the next thing we're going to do is go ahead and open Latte, and that will come up at the bottom of the screen whenever it decides to load. Sometimes it can take a bit. There it goes. So go into the dock settings here, and we'll do advanced. Dang it. Okay, and in appearance, I'm going to do the size down to 48 pixels, and the zoom on hover to like 0. The size for the background is 100, and the opacity is down a bit, because I like the transparency effect. Do that, change the indicator to a dot. And that's about all I do for Latte. So, actually, I don't know why it's doing that. Do 10%. There we go. I like the subtle effects. Okay. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to configure the panel up here. So what I like to do is I like to drag out the height a little bit and make sure that this hangs to the absolute, like, furthest side possible. And then I'm going to add a system tray over here, and the log out menu over here as well, and then a digital clock. And another thing I'm going to do just for this is I'm going to remove the global menu, because I don't really like having a global menu up there. So we will do that. And then we'll add a spacer and add another spacer. And you want to take this spacer and put it in between the clock and the system tray. And then you can drag this one out and size this one up, and that will actually hang your, or it will like center your digital clock here. And I'm gonna change this to where it's just the leave button. Now when we do lock widgets, oh, hold on. Gonna have to resize this real quick. It really bugs me when it like shifts over to the side and it's not centered. That looks pretty good. Okay, so this is the basic setup for my KDE Plasma desktop. Although I like to change my Plasma theme, so I'm gonna grab this. And we'll go into here, and I like using the suite theme for KDE. As you can see, it's a pretty popular theme, if it's all the way at the top. So I'm gonna hopefully be able to install the suite theme here. Yeah, there it is. Okay, apply, and then I'll do the color scheme. And I'll get the suite color scheme. And that will change the background color for boxes and pop-ups and windows and stuff, which is nice. I like having the darker, like the dark transparent. It looks really nice to me. And then we'll do the window decorations. So I'll do get new, and then I'll grab the Suite Aurora, which looks really good with the Suite theme. Obviously, it's not like made by the same people, but it's the same style. So you can see we've got the these like colorful buttons here. Now I want to do some desktop effects. And I'm going to do wobbly windows, because I like wobbly windows. And then dim inactive and dim screen for administrator. And slide back windows when another window is raised. I think that's how. We'll see if that's... No! It's annoying. I don't like that. Dang it. Okay. Slide back. Undo that. I think that's it. Apply. Start new instance. There we go. Much better. Okay. And I've also just noticed that my clock got off center. So I'm gonna turn it off. Because I usually configure my system tray to where it only shows specific notifications. So I'm gonna do I'm gonna uncheck volts because I don't ever use it, and then also go ahead and satisfy this. Got it? Okay. So now the clock is pretty centered again, so that's good. Okay, so lock the widgets, and there we go. So this is my KDE setup. Obviously this would go really well with like some sort of like space theme, or like space wallpaper. So we'll see if we can find some sort of space wallpaper to put on here. That one looks pretty nice, actually. We'll grab that one. Click use. Oh, that looks really good. Alright. So, this is my KDE setup. This is how I usually have it when I install Arch Linux and I'm trying to set up a desktop environment that looks really nice. And supports my, workflow. Obviously, it's not as efficient as a tiling window manager, but I like the aesthetic. That's like a really big thing for me, is having aesthetic in my desktop and just in my operating system as is. And obviously being able to price it out like this, it's really nice. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and give it a like. Comment if you guys want to see more content like this on the channel. Definitely comment if you guys have any sort of ideas for things that you'd like to see on this channel. And I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.